Devoted chosen. Such misplaced zeal, their eyes remain closed to the true path. Not like you.
Welcome back to another WoW video. Today we'll be covering 4 ways to reach 20k or more a day in little as 2 hours to 4 hours. These methods are just some ways you can get your goal to 20k a day. Please remember, some of these methods require ults, eye level, doing things over and over. Raids and one-time farms will not be part of this video, seeing you cannot redo them every day. Plus, with the hotfix changes to the auction house, raw gold is now more than ever a great way to make gold. Don't get me wrong, we include auction house in this, but with the new throttle fix, posting mini auctions will not be a thing with add-ons and the such. That's why we're here today with 4 ways to make 20k to 40k a day. But before we get into that, please check out my last video if you fancy rogues and a different way of farming. The Rogue Spotlight video is just for you. With 4 months and 2 weeks left until November, gold goals are getting thinner. Let me explain. Every week that goes by, the more gold you will need to get the 5 million gold goal people are after. A lot of people are still after the auction house mount. With a November release for Shadowlands, this can be very hard. The video's goal is actually to show you 100% truth in gold making, and not some mumble jumble sells that a so-called person can get when in reality the average person can't. We here on our channel are here to help you get your gold. At this time, you need to make at least 277,777 gold a week to make 5 million gold by November 1st. If your goal is not the auction house mount, this guide will help you obtain gold for any goals. I have covered this farm many times in the past. FreeHold is the butter and toast of raw gold, but it comes with its requirements. Max level is required if not tweaking for cells, which is a good way to make gold, but most players can't access the right gear to tweak. Decent eye level is required. At this point of the expansion, most should be 440 plus. With everything out, it's not hard to actually get that. Any class can do it, but Demon Hunter is king here. Demon Hunters are not hard to obtain. Starting one starts at level 98. With the leveling buff, you can easily get 120 in 2 days playtime. Seeing every mob here is humanoid, being a tailor is a must, and will get you an extra 3 to 4k more gold a run if you're a tailor. Having Iris in Twilight Dev is not required, but will make runs 100% more easy and faster. Both Iris and Twilight Dev are easy to obtain with the catch-up mechanics Blizzard has put in with Mother. If you follow these simple requirements, on average you will get a total of 43,376 gold a day. That's minus the cost for thread for each hour, and also too as well 303,632 gold a week, with 1,214,528 gold a month, and if you do the 4 months and 2 weeks, 5,465,376 gold for the full 4 months and 2 weeks. As you can see here, by November you will be more than enough for the auction house mount. This method requires 4 hours a day every day. Might sound like a lot, but really is not. A lot of people still have time to farm this. Once you get the route down and get those 9-minute runs or less, this will become the second nature to most. One of the biggest issues here are time and being burnt out, which is understandable, and I suggest you, if you want to do auction house too as well, the last hour of your run, do not spend any of the tide spray, keep them, go and actually do Mythic Plus or Mythic dungeons and actually farm them for the Hydro cores, because you're going to have about 245 deep sea, and that's going to be more than enough to make a couple of the 3 to 4k bags. Those things actually sell like hotcakes. Explosive, when it comes to an effect, that's actually going to be the tide spray that you saved for the last hour. You can just make bracers and boom, you can make a lot of explosion. Now I do want to say right now that, you know what, everything's RNG, so it's up to you how you do it. If you want to actually make a good 3 to 4k, probably at least of 4 or 5 bags, that's the way to go. So let's actually move on to the next farm. Herbalism and mining are both great at the moment. It's something I still see selling up to release due to potions and flasks being a thing first week or even the second week of Shadowlands. For this, we are in Nagistar farming Zin and Osmandite. At the same time, I suggest you have BFA enchant Herbalism for hands not mining. You see, with mining you can hover and mine. Herbalism you cannot. If you follow my route for 4 hours, this is what you will get. 48,747 for mid prices. This is something that all servers, according to Undermine. My server is 34,135. Now, if you did this for all 4 months and 2 weeks, and the prices did not actually change too dramatically, according to Undermine, you will get 6,142,122 gold on the average. Now, I will say right now that what I got on my server, seeing I am a high-end server, 4,301,010 gold. That's how much I would get if I did this 4 hours a day and did it every day until, you know, basically November 1st. Now, after doing this, I did post all of it, and it took 11 hours to sell the ore, still not have sold the herbs. Now, don't feel discouraged about the time to sell. This is normal for playing the auction house game. Sometimes you will sell ASAP, sometimes it will take time. What do you need to remember? Having more items on the auction house will increase your sales, but with the change of the auction house, this is not so much with Tmog. You want to post so many and that's it, because you will get throttled and it will take countless minutes, if not longer, to actually put up there. You've probably noticed this before this even actually went another hotfix. This was actually where you post something and it took like 30 seconds to post because you're like, oh, I gotta wait for the throttle. This is really a big thing. I think it's gonna be on everybody's mind right now. Why did they do this? Now, this is based on my server again, and this is based on medium price servers, so you could be totally different and be like, no, I'm selling for lower, but this is just me going off the average. But if you don't want to deal with this, aka multi-boxing, as you can see right here, stay tuned for the next farm. This is gonna be another raw gold. This farm will require 4 ults and 3 hours. Traveling time is included. This method suggests you have some gold already. This method is very simple to do and is non-BFA owner friendly, which has been requested by a lot of my subs. And what is that method? Is doing all heroic WoW dungeons. If you follow this path, you will get a total of 22,475 gold in about 3 hours. And the reason why it is 3 hours and not 2 hours and 20 minutes, because you got to actually put in the travel time. A lot of people like to forget the travel time, but that's something that is part of the game. Now, if you did this weekly, it's going to be 157,325 gold, and if you did it monthly, it's going to be 629,300 gold. That's not bad. That's actually, before Shadowlands, about 2,827,850 gold for 4 months and 2 weeks. Now, at 117,000 for a token, you can get 5 tokens in a month, which in turn is $75 for BattleNet, which actually gets you a BFA or Shadowlands. This video is based on daily, but in a coming video, you can add this to your weekly raids, and this skyrockets for weekly gold, which is very easy to do, meaning with a weekly video coming out, you can actually add that in this, and boom, you're gonna hit over the 5 million very easy, making this a helpful farm for people who don't have BFA, and new players and old players alike. This next method is very easy, and to be honest is something I think will get more coverage than the last farm, seeing you don't need any ults. The first part you will be doing is Iron Docks with a total of 20,603 hours in 20 minutes. Now, the rest of the 40 minutes that you're going to do is actually going to be going to Skyreach. Now, it's going to take about a 7-minute travel time depending on if you have locations, and I will say right now at a 33 minutes I got 4,783 gold with a total of 25,383 in 4 hours. Now, weekly that's 177,681, monthly that's 710,724 gold, and before Shadowlands that's 3,198,258 gold. Doing this farm will actually help you not get locked out with Skyreach. If you did Skyreach first, you're going to waste 20 minutes. This method puts you under 2 million shy of the mount. But as stated before, with weekly, this will actually make it over the 5 million you need. I have showed you a few ways to make 20 to 40k a day. No matter what your goals are, it's always great to have a plan not to waste your farming time. There are a lot of other ways to actually make gold, like skinning, old world farming, raid farming, and so much more will be covered in the coming weeks. I want to help you get that gold. Remember, gold making takes time, regardless if it's raw or auction house. Yes, it's sad with the new auction house changes, but there's always other ways to make gold. With that said, I want to say thank you so much to my Patreons for going the extra mile. If you want to join the Mustache Army, check out my description and comment section for a Patreon link and also a Discord link. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, stay stashy.